What if I told you that this month is not just a passing season, but a sacred threshold, a doorway into new beginnings and quiet opportunities that open the path to wealth and abundance? The air itself carries a rare vibration, one that resonates deeply with the number 9, a number long honored in both numerology and astrology as the symbol of completion, wisdom, and transcendence. 9 marks the close of one cycle and the birth of another, reminding us that every ending is a hidden beginning, and every silence holds the seed of a new song. Within this rhythm of renewal, the universe does not leave us wandering. It speaks, not with words, but with signs, through patterns, through synchronicities, through numbers. This month, it unveils 6 sacred numbers, not as random accidents, but as vibrations drawn from the eternal fabric of existence itself. They arrive not as noise, but as whispers, guiding those who listen toward prosperity, clarity, and inner peace. Skeptics may smile and call it chance, yet history bends toward a deeper truth. Mystics and seers across the ages, from Nostradamus with his veiled prophecies to Baba Vanga with her visions of destiny, all echoed the same understanding: the universe is alive, and it is speaking. Even in Buddhist wisdom, we are reminded that nothing arises without cause, that every sign and every number is a karmic echo, a reflection of the energy we carry and the path we walk. And if you look closely, you will see that even the most successful souls in history, whether they named it or not, aligned themselves with these unseen currents. They trusted intuition when logic failed. They moved with invisible tides. They walked in step with forces larger than themselves. For them, numbers were not symbols, but companions, silent architects, shaping the course of destiny. These numbers that now stand before us are born from that same current of wisdom. They are not chosen lightly, nor invented by chance. They are the universe's language, encoded with abundance, renewal, and harmony for those who dare to believe. And for the one who opens their heart to them, they do not merely guide, they transform. Yet there is more, a hidden key still waiting. At the end of this journey, one rare number will be revealed, a turning point, an energetic compass, a signal of change. It is quiet, but powerful, a vibration that has carried many toward abundance and alignment when all else seemed uncertain. So take this moment to breathe deeply, to center yourself, and to step gently into this unveiling. And before we begin, join your voice with ours by liking this video, subscribing to Old Buddhist Philosophy, and anchoring your intention in the comments below. I am ready to receive the universe's abundance. Number 12, the hidden rhythm of life. The number 12 moves quietly through existence, so common that we rarely pause to notice its hidden brilliance. We see it in the 12 months of the year, in the 12 hours of day and night, in the 12 constellations guiding the zodiac, even the cycles of nature, the changing of seasons, the rhythm of beginnings and completions, all bend gently toward the harmony of 12. What seems ordinary is in truth extraordinary, for 12 is the keeper of cycles, the silent rhythm, reminding us that nothing stands still, and yet everything returns. In Buddhist wisdom, 12 carries a teaching far deeper than simple counting. It is the symbol of the 12 nidanas, the links of dependent origination, where one cause gives birth to another, where suffering arises, not alone but through a web of interconnection. To see this clearly is to pierce the illusion of separateness. It is to recognize that our joy and our pain are both woven from causes, that freedom is not random, but earned through understanding. Thus, 12 is not just a number, but a path, a teacher of patience and awareness. Nostradamus often spoke in cycles, warning that history repeats itself until wisdom is learned. Baba Vanga, too, saw that the world turns like a wheel, where lessons return until humanity awakens. Their visions echo what 12 whispers, that until we break the chain of ignorance, the wheel will turn again, repeating patterns that bind us. Yet within this repetition lies an opening, a chance to awaken, to step beyond what once held us captive. The energy of 12 carries both discipline and renewal. Like the tiger waiting in silence before it leaps, it teaches us not to rush blindly, but to wait with awareness, to act with clarity, to move only when alignment is true. 12 is a compass of harmony, guiding us to honor cycles rather than fight them, to listen deeply rather than react hastily, to trust the rhythm of life as it unfolds. In numerology, 12 reduces to 3, the vibration of creativity, joy, and spiritual expression. This reveals its secret gift, that when we honor cycles and step out of struggle, renewal blossoms, and new creation flows with ease. What first appeared as repetition becomes revelation, a reminder that endings are only beginnings in disguise. 12, then, is not simply a number upon a calendar or a clock. It is the quiet architect of time, the hidden song within the seasons, the reminder that your life too moves in sacred rhythm. It asks you to notice, to listen, and to trust the cycles shaping your path. So I ask you now, when the number 12 appears before you, will you see only the ordinary, or will you listen to its hidden rhythm and let it guide you toward harmony? Number 24, the quiet architecture of strength. In a world where noise often drowns out wisdom, the number 24 arrives as a quiet teacher, reminding us that true mastery is not measured in volume, but in depth, not in appearances, but in foundations. Like the roots of a tree hidden beneath the soil, it is unseen yet unshakable, holding everything steady when storms come. Its strength is not boastful, but enduring, the kind of strength that builds temples, families, and legacies across lifetimes. The vibration of 2 offers compassion, intuition, and harmony, while 4 anchors with structure, discipline, and stability. Together they create a sacred balance between the softness of the heart and the firmness of the earth. This union whispers of a rare truth: compassion without discipline drifts like a leaf in the wind, but discipline without compassion hardens into stone. Only when the two flow together can true strength emerge, flexible, steady, alive. In Buddhist wisdom, this balance is the middle path, where neither extreme dominates, but harmony carries the spirit forward. Prosperity, then, is not forced, but cultivated through presence and clarity. It grows quietly, like water filling a vessel drop by drop, until one day the vessel overflows. The teaching of 24 is that abundance does not rush. It ripens with patience, guided by inner stillness and mindful action. The great seers, too, echoed this truth. Nostradamus wrote of hidden architectures shaping destiny, unseen but essential. Baba Vanga reminded us that strength without compassion destroys, but compassion without structure collapses. Both saw that balance is the foundation of any lasting fortune. Number 24 reflects this eternal principle. The architecture of life is built not only with bricks of effort, but with mortar of wisdom. In numerology, 24 reduces to 6, the number of nurturing, responsibility, and harmony within the home and the soul. This is its deeper gift. It teaches that abundance is not only material wealth, but also the richness of relationships, the peace of the spirit, and the harmony of a life well lived. The fortune of 24 is steady, not fleeting, born from roots that cannot be shaken. So when 24 enters your path, pause and ask yourself, are you building your life upon noise or upon foundations strong enough to endure? Will you choose the quiet strength that sustains or the restless chase that fades away? Number 9, the power of completion. We often celebrate the dawn of beginnings, yet we shy away from honoring the twilight of endings. The sacred number 9 arrives to teach us that both are holy, both are necessary, and both are part of the great circle of life. It whispers that to cling to what has run its course is to deny the natural rhythm of existence. The true power of 9 is not in holding on, but in releasing with grace, in bowing to impermanence and allowing the old to dissolve so the new can emerge. In Buddhism, the number 9 holds a luminous vibration. It is the symbol of fulfillment, the closing of one karmic cycle so that another may unfold. The Buddha himself taught that clinging only deepens suffering and that liberation comes from the courage to let go. When 9 appears, it is not a sign of loss, but of renewal. It is the reminder that the lotus blooms not in clinging to the mud, but in rising above it, leaving the past beneath the waters of time. This September, under the glow of the supermoon and the celestial alignments, the vibration of 9 is magnified. Its light touches the hidden corners of your life, illuminating the toxic ties, the outdated beliefs, and the fears that quietly bind your spirit. It calls you to examine, what are you holding on to out of habit, and what are you ready to release with love? To honor 9 is to bow in gratitude to the past, to accept the lessons it brought, and to walk forward unburdened. The seers of old spoke of this number with reverence. Nostradamus envisioned cycles ending before new visions could be born, while Baba Vanga often reminded seekers that transformation is impossible without release. They both echoed what Buddhist wisdom has always taught, that endings are not failures, but thresholds. They are gates through which the soul must pass if it is ever to grow. Numerologically, 9 reduces no further. It is the final number, the culmination of the single digits, the elder that closes the circle before it begins again. At 1, it carries within it all the energies of those before it: compassion, wisdom, vision, discipline, and strength. It is the reminder that every ending already contains a seed of beginning, and that life, like the seasons, is a mandala forever turning. So when 9 appears on your path this month, do not see it as a signal of loss, but as a blessing of freedom. Ask yourself now, will you continue to carry what weighs you down, or will you release it with grace and step boldly into the uncharted new? Number 18. The flow of clarity. 18 is not simply mathematics, it is a vibration that hums softly within the soul, a rhythm that reminds us that true clarity is never born of force, but of surrender. To see the number 18 on your path is to be reminded that wisdom does not come from control or rigid striving, but from allowing life to reveal itself in its own sacred timing. Just as rivers carve valleys not by effort, but by flow, so too does clarity arrive when we stop grasping and begin listening. In Buddhist philosophy, the number 18 holds profound meaning. It recalls the 18 realms of existence, the 6 senses, their 6 objects, and the 6 forms of consciousness, which together weave the tapestry of perception. The Buddha taught that within these realms, confusion arises when we cling, yet liberation unfolds when we observe without attachment. Thus, 18 is the number of awareness. It calls us to step back, to soften our grip, and to let the mind become a mirror rather than a cage. 18 whispers a simple practice. Give yourself 18 minutes a day to rest in silence. Close your eyes and breathe. Walk without a destination. Sit without a task. Allow the clutter of thought to dissolve, and notice how peace emerges, not from effort, but from presence. In those moments, you will find that clarity is not something you create, but something that reveals itself when resistance fades. Seers, throughout history, have recognized the essence of this vibration. Nostradamus wrote of times when humanity's greatest breakthroughs would not come from force or conquest, but from patience and listening. Baba Vanga often reminded seekers that what is destined for you will arrive without struggle, like water finding its path. In this way, 18 is a teacher. It tells you that the universe carries you more gently than you realize, if only you trust the flow. Numerologically, 18 reduces to 9, the number of completion and renewal. This reveals its deeper message. to gain clarity, you must allow old burdens, outdated patterns, and restless grasping to fall away. The clarity of 18 is not a sudden light that blinds, but a quiet dawning, the soft unveiling of truth as the fog lifts in the morning sun. It carries within it both ending and beginning, reminding you that insight comes when the cycle of struggle is finally released. So when 18 enters your path this month, pause and listen. It is asking you, will you continue to resist, trying to force life into your own design, or will you trust the current, open your hands, and allow clarity to flow like a river that always finds its way home? Number 36, the doorway to transformation. The number 36 does not arrive as an ending, but as a threshold, a sacred doorway where one cycle closes and another quietly opens. It carries the vibration of invitation, whispering that transformation is near, not through chaos or force, but through the gentle courage to be true to oneself. 3 brings its lightness of creativity, joy, and the power of authentic expression, while 6 offers balance, nurturing, and stability. Together they form a harmony that prepares you for renewal, urging you to align your inner truth with the life you are creating. In Buddhist wisdom, clinging to old identities is like trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you grip, the quicker it escapes. Transformation begins the moment you stop resisting change and begin listening to the quiet rhythm of impermanence. The number 36 is that rhythm. It reminds you that we are not bound by who we were yesterday, nor by the stories others tell about us. To honor 36 is to step away from masks, illusions, and borrowed roles, and to embrace the raw authenticity of the self. This number teaches that transformation is rarely a storm. More often it begins as a whisper. It appears in a sudden moment of recognition, in a decision to let go of something outdated, or in the courage to finally speak your truth. Baba Vanga often said that great change does not shout, it begins quietly, like the first stirrings of dawn. In the same way, 36 asks you not to wait for external signs, but to trust the subtle signals already stirring in your heart. Nostradamus, too, wrote of thresholds, times when humanity would shed old skins and walk into new ways of being. The presence of 36 in your path this September is one such threshold. It tells you that balance and creativity are the tools you need to step across. You are being asked not just to imagine change, but to live it, to build it, to embody it in every choice you make. Transformation is not somewhere far away, it is already unfolding within you. Numerologically, 3 and 6 together form 9, the number of completion and renewal. This reveals the deeper essence of 36. It is both the release of what has ended and the first breath of what is new. To walk through the doorway of 36 is to honor the cycle of life, to thank what has passed, to let it rest, and to step forward with lightness into the unknown. So when 36 appears before you, pause and ask yourself with radical honesty, what am I still carrying that no longer nourishes me? And more importantly, am I ready to place it down and walk through the doorway of transformation, unburdened and free? Bonus number 8, the silent power of balance. The bonus number of this sacred month is 8, a number that carries with it the vibration of infinite cycles and eternal flow. When tilted, it becomes the symbol of infinity, reminding us that nothing truly begins or ends, but all is part of an unbroken current of existence. When standing upright, it reveals 2 perfect circles, one above, one below, echoing the harmony between the material and the spiritual, the seen and the unseen, the outer journey and the inner awakening. 8 is not only a number, it is a teaching of balance, an invitation to walk between worlds with steadiness and grace. In the wisdom of Buddhism, this energy finds its highest reflection in the noble eightfold path, the sacred way of right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. These are not rigid rules, but living steps of balance. Together they show us how to align body, mind, and spirit with the greater truth. When you live in accordance with this path, abundance unfolds, not as excess, but as harmony. 8 whispers to you this month. True wealth is not found in gold or possessions, but in balance, clarity, and right living. Mystics across centuries have seen the number 8 as a cosmic law. Nostradamus wrote of cycles that repeat until wisdom is found, and Baba Vanga often reminded seekers that destiny returns what has not been learned. This is the essence of 8. Its infinite loops represent the lessons we repeat until the heart awakens. When 8 appears, it is both a warning and a blessing. If you ignore balance, life will pull you back into the same cycles. If you honor balance, those same cycles become pathways to growth and prosperity. 8 also calls you to action in the simplest of ways. Dedicate 8 minutes daily to silence, and you will begin to hear the voice within. Perform 8 acts of kindness this month, and you will feel the wheel of karma turning in your favor. Write 8 clear intentions, and you will see how the universe mirrors back your focus with opportunities. These practices are not symbolic games, they are sacred doorways, small actions through which infinite energy flows. The vibration of 8 reminds us that abundance is not about accumulation, but about flow. Like the breath that enters and leaves, like the river that moves and returns to the sea, life is richest when it circulates. To grasp too tightly is to break the rhythm. To release and receive is to enter the stream of harmony. 8 is the guardian of this truth, asking you to live with open hands and a steady heart. So when the number 8 crosses your path, pause and reflect. Am I living in harmony with both the spiritual and the material? Am I walking the middle path of wisdom, balance, and compassion? And most importantly, will I honor this sacred infinity, allowing balance to become the foundation of my abundance? The sacred call of numbers, September's divine sequence. Numbers are not mere markings on a calendar, nor simple tools for counting. They are living frequencies, breathing codes of the universe, quietly guiding our journey through unseen patterns. Each carries a vibration, a rhythm, a wisdom, waiting for the heart that listens. This month, September opens like a sacred manuscript, revealing 6 luminous numbers and 1 hidden key, each woven with the promise of transformation, abundance, and spiritual awakening. The mystics of old, whether the great seers like Nostradamus, who foresaw cycles of destiny, or Baba Vanga, who spoke of numbers as signs of unfolding fate, understood that numbers are not accidents, they are mirrors of alignment, pointing us toward the path we were meant to walk. In Buddhist philosophy too, nothing appears by chance. Every symbol, every sound, every number is a Dharma gate, a doorway into deeper truth. So as you step into this new month, open your heart to the wisdom these numbers carry. Some will resonate like an echo from your past. Others will call you toward futures you have not yet imagined. 6 sacred numbers appear before you, and 1 hidden key completes the sequence, reminding you that life is both mystery and revelation. Together, they form not chaos, but harmony, a sacred map whispered by the cosmos itself. The question is not whether the signs exist, but whether you are ready to see them. Which number will call your soul? Which vibration will stir your heart? Which key will unlock your abundance? If you feel their power, share with us in the comments below which number speaks most deeply to your spirit, and affirm with me now, Inrins. I trust the signs, I am ready to receive. At old Buddhist philosophy, we walk this path not alone, but as seekers together, guided always by the timeless rhythm of the universe.